Hello everyone. SIEC Test Masters welcome you again in another live session based on CELPIP live reading. So you all know and must aware that what actually SIEC is. SIEC is a company which actually offers a lot of visas like study visa, migration, special services, and test preparation to all of you. And we are here in this field from past 28 years. Moreover, so you all must seen our another live sessions which are based on IELTS and PTE and usually on TOEFL as well. So today I, Gurleen Kaur, will going to present CELPIP reading. I hope you all are aware that from 10th August, CELPIP is acceptable in academic as well. So if you are planning to go for on study visa, CELPIP is acceptable. And yes, if you are planning for migration in Canada only, then CELPIP is also acceptable there. आप लोगों ने पहला हमारा इंस्टाग्राम का लाइव सेशन देखा ही होगा इन विच आई along with our migration expert were there and we actually answered a lot of questions of yours and in that from that live session I got so many questions from you all regarding the CELPIP listening, reading, writing and speaking, but the most of the questions were on reading. That is why today I decided to do this live session. Now, before starting what CELPIP reading is, I really want to give you the gist of what the exam pattern is, what type of questions are there, how the brand descriptors are, and how it will help you to enhance your reading, listening, writing, and speaking score. Now, starting towards, CELPIP is Canadian English Language Proficiency Test, which is based only in Canada, and the Canadian people will going to check your exam. Same in CELPIP as compared to IELTS, listening and reading will be checked by computerized. Okay. Secondly, again, as all in English proficiency test, we have 4 modules, that is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. In CELPIP also, we have these 4 modules. The sequence will be first, they will going to take your listening, then reading, then writing, and speaking. The total duration of the exam is 2 hours 40 minutes and you will going to get the result within 5 days. Second point is we only have one option in CELPIP, that is you are only supposed to give computer based exam. We do not have any such type of option in which we can give pen paper exam like we have in IELTS. No, we do not have that. Second point is, now, if I talk about listening, listening is 40 minutes exam in this, in CELPIP, as compared to IELTS. But in IELTS, 30 minutes you have to listen to the audio and next 10 minutes you need to give the answer. But in CELPIP, the whole 40 minutes, you just have to listen to the audio and answer the questions. If I talk about reading and listening, so they are for 1 hour each. 1 hour reading and 1 hour writing. The plus point in CELPIP for listening and reading we have is that we have multiple choice questions in both listening and reading, right? I hope it is clear to you. If you guys have any doubt, kindly do the comment and we will be happy to answer all the questions. Now, if I move to the next slide, it shows the types of questions in CELPIP. Sorry, just a second. Yeah. So in CELPIP, the types of questions we have, as I told you that we have 1 hour exam of CELPIP and we will going to get 38 questions in this. We have 5 per type of question, but one question, as you can see on the screen, that it is written practice question, reading correspondence, reading to apply a diagram, reading for information, and reading for viewpoints, along with the number of question and the time given. Now, if I talk about the practice question, so practice question is only one question will be given to you. You have to read the paragraph and it could be any one type of question given below the 4. And only 1 minute will be given to you to answer the question. Now, as we have in TOEFL and PT, this is known as unscored item, but we are unaware of it, that which type of question is unscored and which type of question will going to give us the score. So what is the first thing you need to keep in your mind is that kindly do not think that, okay, this might be an unscored question or this is a difficult type of question. So it might be an unscored item. Do not think all these things. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to do all the types of question with the same concentration in the main exam. Now, if I talk about the reading correspondence, so you will going to get total of 11 questions and 11 minutes will be given to you. So directly it will give you the gist that, okay, 1 minute for one question, right? Second is, if I talk about reading to apply diagram, so these type of questions are also common in IELTS reading as well, where a box will be given to you, a kind of an advertisement for a restaurant or for a cafe. You need to read, but here, along with the diagram, a paragraph will also be given to you, right? So in this also, 8 type of questions will be given to you, and here you have 9 minutes. Now, what you will going to do in this one extra minute, or what you will going to do in which the question number of questions are more as compared to the time, will going to tell you. Okay. Next is reading for information. Again, 9 question in 10 minutes. So 2 minutes are extra here we have. Uh, Now, the next is reading for viewpoints. Again, 10 question and 13 minutes. And total is 38 questions you need to give in 60 minutes. Now, here are the band descriptors, and on the next slide, where you can see the band level and the reading score we need. Now, if I talk about the migration, the people who are planning for migration, like they want to get a PR of Canada, for those people, the requirement is 9 bands. So it will be 9 in each. According to that, if you need 9 bands in reading, it is mandatory for you to correct 32 or 33 answers right. Correct? And if you're planning for study visa, although the guidelines are not yet clear for CELPIP, but as compared to IELTS, in this you need 26 to 28 correct score for CELPIP. Is it clear? So you guys can take a picture of it so that whenever you are doing the practice and whatever scores you are getting, you can just have a look on it that, okay, right now I am on 7 bands, on 8 bands, or I am on 6 bands. Okay, so this will be easy for you. Now, moving towards the next slide is the basic introduction of CELPIP reading. Now, what is CELPIP reading? कौन से कहाँ से passages आते हैं? As we all know that in IELTS, the people usually write it, and then the TOEFL and research work. After the doing a lot of research work, they will going to give us the score, right? But if I talk about CELPIP, in this you will going to get the questions based on the real life scenario of Canada, whether it is a scenario of a college, or it is a scenario of an office, whatever is going on, or it might be a scenario in which you are talking to your friend, you are giving some advice to your friend, or you want some advice, some information you need. So everything will be there according to the Canadian scenarios, right? And yes, a quick tip for writing as well. Whenever you are using some locations, whenever you are using some names, kindly use Canadian locations and English names only. So this is the basic criteria of our CELPIP exam, right? Second is, you should not wait for the time to complete it and then you can switch to the next section. No, you can switch to the next section if you are done with the question. For example, I have done one and second question. Now I have some time left, but I want to start the third one. Then I can just simply press on the next section and I can start doing that, right? So third point, that is, we do not have any negative marking in CELPIP. So it's a kind of a benefit we have. Like, अगर मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा and I want to give the answer, so I can just randomly give any answer, and with the help of that, there are 25% chances that my answer is correct. Right? So हम लोगों ने जो text पढ़ा, कुछ ना कुछ तो mind में inculcate हो ही जाता है, right? On the basis of that, you can just give the answer of the question given on the next screen. So in the main exam, your screen will be divided into two, like we have CD IELTS or in PTE. So on the left hand side, the paragraph will be given, and on the right hand side, the questions will be there. So there is no problem that you need to scroll down, scroll up, and you might get distracted. There is no chances of that, right? And the last is that we have multiple choice questions. So every question in IELTS, in CELPIP reading, there will be 4 options given to you. And Out of those four options, you have to choose one option and answer the question accordingly. So I think these are some things on which we can work on, and they might be our strength, right? Now, moving further on the next slide. So these are the general tips and strategies of CELPIP, so which we can usually apply on our all the types of questions. So it was keep a time, check on a time. Now, students, I'll be very clear on the one thing, that is, CELPIP is a fully time-based exam. In this, it's not like IELTS ki hum logo ko wait karna hai. So yes, I'm taking a lot of IELTS ka naam because this is a kind of comparison I'm doing, because again, like Canada is accepting CELPIP for both academics as well as for migration. So here on the right-hand side, on the top, the timer will be given. और जैसे जैसे टाइम चलता है यू हैव टू कीप अ चेक ऑन इट. अगर एक क्वेश्चन के लिए टाइम निकल गया एंड यू आर नॉट एबल टू आंसर इट, यू कैन नॉट गो बैक. So this is the one thing which we have to focus on, right? So keep a check on a time. Second is read fast. So what is reading fast? Now, reading fast cannot be कि आप बस जल्दी जल्दी स्पीड में पढ़ते जाओ and you're not able to understand even a one word. No, that is not reading fast. Now, reading fast is you have to read it with full concentration so that you can able to understand the meaning, or if not meaning, you can able to remember the names, the name of the person given, or the name of the place which has been given. So these are the things which we need to keep in our mind. Then read the instructions. Although it's not mandatory to read the instructions, because we all know that okay, five the four options are given to us, but this will help you more. This will help you more in the third part, in which a paragraph will be given to you, and in the questions you just have to check that which paragraph contains which information. So in that type of question, if you just start reading the paragraph and you're not able to read the questions, and you're just finding out that okay, where are the options and where are the choices from which I have to choose the answer, so it will definitely going to waste your time. So that is why reading instructions are most important. Got it? Now, read the question first. So guys, we have to keep it one thing in our mind, that is we are here reading for the bands, right? हमें scores चाहिए, 9 band, 12 bands, or whatever the score you need in order to fulfill the file requirements or the counselor's requirement. So we are reading here to get scores, not for the knowledge. Therefore, kindly do not read the paragraph first. If you will do so, it will waste your time and you are not able to understand, you're not able to answer all the questions. What actual things we have to keep in mind before reading the question, you can do that. Like just check the name, who is the writer, who is writing the email or the letter, and to whom the person is writing. So you can just check the names, and if you want more information before reading the questions, then you can just read the subject line. Now, subject line is what is the purpose of writing. After that, you just need to read all the questions, remember what the person is asking for, and then you have to switch to the paragraph and find the answer, right? Now, skimming and scanning the paragraph. Skimming and scanning the paragraph, again, as I told you, that reading fast doesn't mean that you have to just read it and without understanding. Skimming and scanning also mean the same. It doesn't mean that you just have to check without understanding. No. First, I have read the question. Second, I have to just check what is the name of the location. That is the nouns. So you have to check the nouns in the paragraph, that okay, this is the name, the person's name is written. Now my answer must be here only. This will help you more in task 4, that is reading for viewpoints, where you have to just check that okay, different people have given their own opinion and you have to choose out of them according to the questions, right? So this is skimming and scanning. Again, focus on modals. Modals is will, shall, may. Usually this is not a type of thing which actually helps us in order to find out the answer, but again, we cannot ignore it, right? Because you are not able to, you don't know that in which type of question, which type of strategy they may use. Now, After it again, I told you that real life Canadian scenarios are there and review your answers. So guys, I told you that, okay, there are in last three type of question, 1, 2 and 3 extra minutes has been given to you. Now what you need to do, kindly make a speed that you have to answer all the question, like one question, 1 minute. If you're getting 4 minutes extra or 5 minutes extra at the end of the reading, you can just review your answer of that paragraph, right? So 9 question, I have answered it in 9 minutes. I have 1 minute left. I can just review that, okay, I have done this. So in the main exam, there is a column in which review option will be there. Those review option will not going to show you your answer, but they will going to show you that, okay, you have attempted this question. In this scenario, if any question is left, you can just switch to that question and answer it. Okay, so kindly use your time wisely. It will help you a lot. Now, moving towards the next slide, if I see the level increase in terms of, yes, so we have 4 paragraphs: reading correspondence, reading to apply a diagram, reading for viewpoints, and then reading for matching the statement. Now, all the types of paragraphs are not same in terms of the level of difficulty. So how the level of difficulty increase? The first paragraph, that is reading for correspondence, will be the easiest one, in which grammar will not going to play much important role. So there will be complex sentences, but they will not be much complex that you are not able to understand. And the sentence structure, they will going to use the punctuation, but they will not going to use the punctuation in such a manner that only one comma will going to change your answer. No, this scenario will not be there in the first paragraph, but this will increase according to the paragraph. For example, आपने first paragraph लिया, the grammar will be easy, the sentences will be easy, vocabulary, so vocabulary, what it will be, instead of important, it will be prominent, so we all know the meaning. Ideas will be easy. So first paragraph is sorted. Moving towards the second paragraph, so I will see a little change, not much, a little change will be there कि ठीक है थोड़ा सा grammatically problem हो रहा है and complex sentences are much, vocabulary is higher, cognizant word is being used, and then ideas are also थोड़ा सा up to the mark, which we are not able to understand. So this is how the level increase. Now, if you see the task 1 and task 4, the level will be totally different. So it will be level 1 on the task 1 on the bottom, and task 4 एकदम ही top पे जाता है, right? So you have to start reading more and more English novels. This will going to help you to understand the grammar, sentence structure, and the punctuation, which will going to help in this. If you will going to read the articles, they will help you, but not much. But yes, English novels will going to help you a lot, right? So again, a tip has been given to you to increase your score. That is, read more and more books. Now, moving towards the next is, that is the ideas and type of question. As I told you that they are actually increasing the level of difficulty. According to it, they are actually using the types of different ideas or different topic in which we have to find. If I talk about the first type of paragraph, so mostly it will be of general meaning, where I have to identify who has written the email or a letter, to whom the person has written, and what is the purpose. So this will be the main idea which I have to keep an eye on. And then this is a type of easy question. It could be used in the second paragraph or second task also, but not mostly. The second type is specific information. Now, specific information is again where I have to keep an eye on the nouns, modals, connectors, and ears. So it will I have to focus on on the key information, the supporting detail, opinion of a person. If a person is asking, for example, I am asking you, which is the best cafe in Delhi. So you are giving me the opinion. Second person is also giving their own opinion. So that opinion, I have to keep it in my mind along with the examples, right? So this is a kind of difficult and intermediate level. The reason being that I have to keep many things in my mind while answering the question. And there is a chance that I have to read the paragraph again and again in order to give the answer, right? So these are the two type of questions. Now moving towards the third type, that is inference. Usually it is used in task 4, where the language is totally difficult. Grammar is also there, vocabulary which you need to keep an eye on, and yes, the ideas. That will also be some different, like the ideas in which we are not more interested in history ka idea aa gaya, or medical field. If you are not from medical field, that might be boring for you. So in this, you have to draw a conclusion. You have to find a gist of it. Read the paragraph and understand, okay, what the person is trying to say, right? So you have to choose that, make assumptions. Again, opinion hai, viewpoint hai, reading for viewpoints. You have to keep an eye on, okay, which person is saying what, why he is in against or in favor. So these things also you have to keep a check on. And information based questions. So this is a difficult level which usually CELPIP use in the task 4. I hope I am clear till now. And moving towards the next slide. So starting with the types of question. The first type of question we have is reading correspondence, in which there will be two paragraphs given. So let me explain you. It could be a email writing or a letter writing. So one person has written and asked the opinion to the person, or maybe giving the best wishes to the person, and 5 questions or 6 questions is based on that, with the according to the with options. And then after that, to whom the person is writing, he is also responding. So that will be a second paragraph given, and 5 questions will based on that. So there will be 2 paragraphs in reading correspondence, and total 11 questions. 6 in one and 5 in another, or vice versa. 11 minutes will be given to you, but as I told you that this is the easiest type of question, so you can properly focus on it. Now, it could be an email writing or a letter writing. So what you need to do after reading the question, after reading the questions, just scan the paragraph. Who's the author? What is the purpose of writing? Who is the recipient to you? And also you can make the notes of it. But usually I believe that if I talk about myself, I usually do not make notes, because reading, हमारी screen split है दो में, right? And if I'm reading and if I'm answering the question, so I think these both are same. There is no problem in it to make notes. And if you want to make a notes, you can make your notes in your mind. That will be more easy for you. Then identify the relationship. The relationship will definitely not be given directly, like okay, they are friends, that is why they are writing in letter writing or email writing, or they are neighbors, they are co-workers. No, you have to read the whole paragraph, and this type of question you need to answer at the end. Only after reading the whole paragraph you'll be able to understand ki, theek hai, might be he's a friend, or might be he's a co-worker of the person, right? Next is answer in sequence. So if I talk about not 100%, 90%, the answer in this type of paragraph are in sequence. For example, in the first paragraph, if I'm finding the answer of question number 1, in the next paragraph only I will going to find the answer of question number 2. So it will never be that, okay, first ke pehle ho sakta hai hamara second ka answer. No, it could not be. So keep this thing in also in your mind. Now, do not read the basic paragraphs. Like if it is a letter writing, obviously, firstly, it will be greeting, the purpose, and then 3 paragraphs will be given. Like in IELTS letter writing, we have. So do not read those paragraphs first. First, just read these 3 information. After that, if you feel that no, I need to read it in order to answer more questions, or I'm not able to answer the particular question, in that scenario only read those 3 paragraphs. So in this task you can save a lot of time, which you can utilize in task 4, which is again the difficult one, right? So after is elimination method. Yes, how I can forget that. Now elimination method is the easiest method, or the most common method I can say. When you read the question and when you read the paragraph, in order to find the answer, firstly, ask from those 4 options, just eliminate the answers from one by one. For example, fourth wala is not, they are not talking about the fourth one, so just cut the fourth one and the third one. So you have a doubt between one and second. In this scenario, just choose that. After reading the paragraph, you are just able to find out the correct answer, that okay, they are not talking about this, the person might talk about this, right? So this is how you need to do in reading correspondence. Moving towards next slide. So this is the paragraph which I have given to you. This is how you will going to get in your main exam. Like on the right hand side, you can just say that, okay, the person is writing a letter. On the left hand side, some questions are given, and just below the questions, the responding letter or email is given to you. So You guys can read from the screen. So I have this hard copy. I can just read from here. So let me read the questions first. So I will only going to solve two questions from above and two questions from the below later. After rest, all questions are your homework, and I really want you all to comment the scores which you are getting. And if you have any problem, if you're not able to understand any question, you can also comment there. I will definitely going to share the answer key with you all, right? So moving towards the question, so it is Charlie is in Albania too. So four option is given to me. A person name is given that the person went to Albania because the reason they are asking. So they are talking about the work. He's there to work, he's there to study, to travel, or to start a business. Next question say Charlie lives dash. So where the person lives. So this is how you have to focus on what they are talking about. Are they talking about the location? Are they talking about the time? They are asking about the person, or what is the demand of the question? You have to check that as well, right? Now it says Charlie lives in, so where he lives, on the campus, off campus, with a family, with colleagues. So I have to find out the answer, right? Next questions I will not read. This is obviously your homework. Now, if I switch to the first paragraph, it says, Hi Charlie, thanks for your message. I am happy to hear that you made it safe and sound to Albania. I really enjoyed the picture you sent. Triana looks like an awesome city, to be honest. When you first told me you were considering Albania, I thought you were joking. I didn't even know where Albania was. I had to ask my trusty friend Google for help. Till now, I think they are friends. अभी तक जो हमें लग रहा है कि ठीक है कोई formally ऐसे बात नहीं करता if a person is their sibling, right? After doing some research, I realized that you made a perfect decision. You have always loved being close to mountains and the beach. Okay, so the place is fully consists of beaches and mountains there, and I guess you are short drive from both. I saw some pictures of the mountain there, and it looks like there are a lot of small cement bunkers all over the place. Do you know why it is? I guess I should learn more about Albania history. Okay, so the person is talking about that he wants to learn more about history. Might be there are some questions in which the answer is given in the first paragraph, but for first two questions, the answer is not here. Now, moving towards, have you made any local friend to show you around yet? I'm sure staying in our dorm will give you a good opportunity. What is the meaning of dorm, friends? Now, this is a kind of vocabulary if I talk about general students. So, dorm is a place where usually students live, a kind of hostel, or I can say student residency. So if here they are mentioning that you are staying in the dorm, which means the person is not there to either start a business, to travel, or to work. The person is here for study. So I am able to find out the answer of first question, which is B, right? So this is how I am able to find the answer with the help of just one word. So not any other people get the chance or get the permission to live in student residency. So they are only students who get this chance. So the person is there for study. Now next question is where the person lives. Obviously, if he is living in a dorm, then he is living on campus, right? So with the help of just one line, I am able to find out the two answers. I hope it is clear to you all. Now, जब मैंने क्लास में ये पैराग्राफ करवाया था, तो it was very difficult for the students because in this the whole paragraph consists of vocabulary. Specifically, if I talk about the next level, when we will solve here, you will be able to understand. So students usually what they see, first paragraph पढ़ा, उन्हें answer नहीं मिला, so they are not able to answer. They are saying just the information is not given here. So it could not be if there is any option that the information is not given there. In that scenario, there must be the option that is E, where you have to mark that, okay, the option is not here. But here, I'm not able to find such option. So मेरे को एक ना एक option choose करना ही है. There is no such option not given, right? Now, if I see the next first paragraph where the person is responding, so the person say, hey Ryan, I'm really happy to hear about the recent changes you made in your life. Okay, so the person was talking about the recent changes. We haven't read that. I always knew a dash job didn't suit you. Okay, which type of job the person is talking about? So it's like white collar job. Obviously, white collar job. It could They will definitely not going to say that dash job didn't suit you. So white collar, right? Then a blue collar, obviously it could not be my answer, but let's read. So you are creative and independent. Remember in junior high when you start selling M&Ms in maths class. So the person is talking about selling something. So if I talk about management, it could not be my answer. So we have four options given: white collar, blue collar, trades, and management. So which job didn't suit you? Management job? No, this could not be my answer. The reason being because management people know everything and they can manage everything. So it's not like that. If a person is selling something, obviously he know about management. Trades? No. Trades cannot be the answer because the person is saying which job didn't suit you. And if a person is selling something in the maths class, this means the person has very good salesmanship, right? So trades could not be my answer. If it say that yes, which job suits you, that in that scenario it could be my answer. Third says blue collar. So what is a blue collar job? Now, blue collar job is the job of labor class, right? So that is not. So white collar job is my answer. Reason being, a person in this, according to this paragraph, a person who is very happy to sell something, this and that. White collar job cannot suits the person. That person cannot sit on the laptop and do all the types of work, right? So this is my answer. Now moving towards, I can't believe you made $50 in 3 days. Mr. Phillips was so mad when he realized that everyone in the class was eating M&Ms in class. Haha, you have had a spirit over since you were a kid. So you had an, or an, what the person consists of. So there are four options given: wild, kind-hearted, entrepreneurial, and greedy. Greedy cannot be my answer. It could not, because the person is talking about skills. They are not talking about their personality. If they are talking about the personality. In that scenario, it could be my answer, but not now. Similarly, if I see the A option in which they are writing wild, that also could not be my option. Kind-hearted? Why kind-hearted? The person didn't give them for free. He actually took money from them, right? रेयान ने उनसे पैसे लिए थे, फ्री नहीं दिया था. So salesmanship की बात हुई है, ऊपर आंसर ट्रेड्स है, सॉरी व्हाइट कॉलर जॉब है, ट्रेड्स की पर्सन की जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है. So it could be, the answer will be here, entrepreneurial, right? So this is the businessmanship the person have. I hope you guys are getting that how I am solving the answer. Actually, I am applying some of the tips and tricks, but not so much, right? I'm understanding as well. Because you can see that in this paragraph, the language is easy, grammatically it is easy, vocabulary is easy. So you can just find the answer according to that as well, right? I hope it is clear, and I really want you all to just comment the other answers as well so that I can just share the answer key with you. Now, moving towards the next type of question. Now, next type of question is reading for information, in which 9 questions will be given to you and 10 minutes will be given to you to answer all those 9 questions. Now, this is a type of question in which on the one hand side, that is on the right hand side, diagrams will be given to you. So diagram will be choti advertisements, like we have in one box, we have advertisement for one company, on second hand it is for another company, like this. And on the right hand side, the paragraph will be given to you in which there will be some questions and you need to answer. Like abhi hamara jo upar wale paragraph mein tha, in which a person was writing to Riyal, the responding paragraph, the same manner the answers will be given, right? Now, again, the basic tips is same for them. That is, you have to read the questions first, and then you need to read the paragraph. Now, in this type of question, instead of reading the question, you have to read the diagrams. What the person is talking about, which type of advertisements are there, what are the key feature of the advertisement. Key feature will be the cost. If they are talking about, you have to underline the cost. And if they are talking about, if there's something they are giving for free, that would also I have to underline. If something like on weekend something is offering, some people are offering something, that could be my that I have to underline, right? Skim the after that you have to just skim the paragraph quickly, read all the options. If not all, then read the first 5 questions and then the last 4 questions after that. So you can do that as well. Variations of locations are crucial in this. Sometimes there are variation. ऊपर वो कुछ बोलते हैं, नीचे वो कुछ बोलते हैं. So you have to keep a track in your mind that okay, no, the person was talking about that, and after that he was talking about this, right? So this you have to understand. And again, now in this type of question, there are options in which you can just read. You can just read according to if the option is not given, right? Now, here is the task 2. So if we can see on the right hand side, driving lessons is given. Driving lessons. So there are one company which are offering different things, like in the morning lesson, afternoon lesson, evening lesson, special parking. Last line is given that free with purchase of 10 lessons. So one thing, that is special parking lesson, they are giving free if the person is buying 10 lessons. So okay, I got the gist of it. Now I will read to the paragraph. So they are saying, hi Omar, I remember you mentioned that Lena is interested in taking some driving license. Okay, so they are giving advice, right? So अभी within seconds I'm able to understand ठीक है, यहाँ पे कुछ advertisement थी, वहाँ पे उन लोगों ने offer दे दिया, and starting में the person is giving advice to someone. Now I have to use some common sense as well in this type of question, or everything is not written, right? So it is say, hi, I remember you mentioning that Lena is interested in taking some driving license. Listen, I was getting my car fixed at a shop this morning and saw an ad for driving lesson in our area. You can take individual lesson or buy a bundle and dash. Okay, so the person say you can either buy one or you can buy a bundle. So after this dashed 4 option is given, get a discount, get a free lesson, get a free lunch, use the card to take your test. So when I read that, okay, you have to buy a bundle, and so bundle lene pe, they have already given that you will going to get a free class. So simply without even seeing the options, without even seeing the ad, I am able to understand that my option is B, right? Okay, I hope I'm not running fast. We are able to, everyone is able to understand, right? Great. So it is get a free lesson, right? So this is how you need to find out the answer. If usually in the class, what I usually see, स्टूडेंट सिर्फ ऊपर की इंफॉर्मेशन रीड करते हैं, वो नीचे रीड ही नहीं करते हैं, जबकि समटाइम्स सम आंसर आर गिवन बिलो. ऊपर का इंफॉर्मेशन रीड करके पैराग्राफ रीड करते हैं, देयर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ठीक है यहाँ पे मुझे ये आंसर नहीं मिल रहा, तो चलो कुछ भी लिख देते हैं, देयर आर 25% चांस. बट नो, when you are able to understand, when you are capable to write the correct answer, because everything is written in front of you, in that scenario I don't feel there is a problem, right? So read the diagram first, and after that you have to read everything else. Got it? Now you have to answer all the other type of question, but yes, if you see the question number 6, I will definitely answer this. The reason being, Lena is Omar's dash, then Yan and Omar are dash. Yan think Lena should. So guys, when you read the paragraph ना, वहाँ पे कहीं पे भी इन लोगों ने relations की बात नहीं करी है, that who A is to B, who B is to A or C or D, whatever. ये आप लोगों को यू हैव टू रीड द पैराग्राफ, उसके बाद ही यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, यू हैव टू फाइंड इट आउट कि कौन सा पर्सन का रिलेशन क्या होता है. सो फ्रॉम द वेरी फर्स्ट लाइन आई एम एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ओके, लीना इज उमार्स वाइफ. So that is why my answer is C. If you read the whole paragraph, they are even talking about to picking up and dropping the children from school. That is also a reason that I am able to understand कि ठीक है वो उसकी wife है, because she has to work a lot, she has kids to drop and pick off, right? Second, if they are talking about Yan and Umar are, now they are not co-workers. If they are co-workers, then it must be verbal talking. They're not saying that ठीक है मैं car fix करा रहा था and then I'll give you this I saw this ad, because co-workers obviously they usually meet on the office on daily basis. And then neighbors and acquaintances. Acquaintances, what are acquaintances? So these are the contacts, right? अगर कोई मुझे ऐसे ही जानता है, नॉर्मल हाई हेलो है, तो द पर्सन विल डेफिनेटली नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, नॉट नो कि ठीक है मुझे क्या चाहिए, व्हाट आई एम लुकिंग फॉर, इवन इन क्लोथ्स और इज समथिंग व्हिच आई नीड. नो, So acquaintances cannot be my answer, co-worker cannot be my answer, even the neighbors cannot be my answer, because if we are not in Canada, people are so busy that they do not know about their neighbors, right? So think from that perspective. Do not think from Indian perspective, think from Canadian perspective. So my answer is friends. Obviously, they are friends, best friends. That is why they know a lot about each other. Next question in this is, Ian think Lena should dash. Okay, no, this is not about the relationships question. So this I'm not going to solve it. You have to solve it and answer the questions. I think the two type of tasks are clear to you, and you guys have to do the homework. And yes, if you have any doubt, you have to ask that as well, right? Now, moving towards, if I see reading for again the information. Now, this type of question, let's see the paragraph first before reading the that tips and strategies. Now, what is this type of question? These are the questions that is match the statement. Match the statement means these nine questions are given to you, and you have to choose that which paragraph contain which information. Obviously, nine questions are there, four paragraphs are there, then definitely one answer can be repeated, right? एक बार भी हो सकता है, दो बार भी हो सकता है. Totally depends on how you are reading. Now, if you will read the paragraph, the language is quite difficult in this as compared to the first two which we do. They were a piece of cake in order to solve it, right? But इस type के question में when you see the vocabulary is high, the complex sentences are high. So again, we have to understand the question first and then I have to switch to the paragraph. Now guys, do not do it कि मैंने first question find out कर लिया, now I have to read the whole paragraph again. पूरा paragraph में को चार options find out करने हैं. Till the time I'm not able to find the answer, I will read the same. Okay, I got the answer. Now अब मैं second question read करूंगी और उसके बाद मैं पूरा paragraph read करूंगी. No, nine question doesn't mean that you have to read the paragraphs 9 times. No, what you need to do is again read all the questions. Just keep a gist in your mind, okay, what the person is asking. Just inculcate them in your mind. If not, just take the keywords and then find it out. For example, I have read first two questions, and all the questions I have read. Now I have read the A paragraph. From the A paragraph, I am able to find the answer of third. Then I will going to mark it at the same time. I will not wait that nahi pehle mujhe first ka answer chahiye and after that only I will going to mark the third ka answer. It will not. Do not do that. ये आपका एक तो टाइम बहुत ज्यादा वेस्ट करेगा, नंबर वन. सेकेंडली ये आपको बहुत ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेट कर देगा that you even do not want to read it again and again, right? So kindly do not do it. Now, if I read the question, the first question says the site was named after someone who was killed by a falling buffalo. Okay, ठीक है. Next is the buffalo jumped was designated a World Heritage Site because it revealed the historic culture and way of the indigenous people. Okay, and then is an indigenous elder helped develop the site. Now, when I will read the first paragraph, so I will not going to read the whole paragraph. In the fifth line only, you can see the elder of the nation in southern Alberta was instrumental in the development of a site. Now, look at the language. Instrumental in the development of the site. And the question say an indigenous elder helped develop the site. So this is my answer. The answer of third question is A. Develop, like indigenous and instrument in the development means play a crucial role. Both mean the same. So this is how I have to solve. After that, again, I will read the whole paragraph and I will just check कि कोई ऐसी information जो किसी question की information से match हो रही है. अगर तो वो हो रही है तो ऑब्वियसली मैं साइड बाय साइड उसका नाम लिख दूंगी, बट अगर वो नहीं हो रही है तो डेफिनेटली आई विल एलिमिनेट द पैराग्राफ. बस पैराग्राफ को दोबारा रीड ही नहीं करूंगी. बट यू हैव टू कीप इट इन योर माइंड, एलिमिनेशन ऑफ द पैराग्राफ, checking the vocabulary and checking the ideas and punctuation plays crucial role, right? So focus on that as well. Again, rest all 8 questions are your homework. And now moving towards the next slide where the person is saying reading for viewpoints, the difficult type of question. A lot of viewpoints will be given to you. You have to read them and then you have to check out the option. The multiple choice question in which we have till now अभी तक जितने हमने multiple choice question किए 1 word 2 word या 3 words का आंसर था, but these are the long multiple choice question answers will be given. So the option will be lengthy, like 5 to 6 words के होते हैं. So isme, now again they are giving you 12 minutes to read that. Save 1 or 2 minutes from pehle wale questions and then you can use that time to answer these questions, right? Now, in this type of question, I will suggest that you have to read the question, but do not read the option first. Read the question, understand okay what the person is saying, then read the paragraph, find out the answer, and then read the options. Right? So पहले मैंने एक सेंटेंस पढ़ लिया, ठीक है, मुझे अब इस चीज का आंसर फाइंड करना है. I will read the paragraph. I will find the answer कि ठीक है, the person is talking about this, and then only I will read the options. Options में से out of 4 options, 2 options will be directly eliminated because they are not talking about it. In 2 options, I will going to have a doubt. In order to clear that doubt, as I told you कि आपको जो 2 lines में आंसर मिलेगा उसको आपको दोबारा से रीड करना है so that you will be able to understand and you can easily write the answer of that. Is it clear? Now, अब इसमें viewpoints है, so as the name suggests only that you have to read it according to the viewpoints, read the question, switch to the paragraph, read the whole paragraph first. Now, pehle mein what I said, do not read the whole paragraph pehle, just find out the answer, eliminate it paragraph and then write. But isme it is totally reversed. You have to read the whole paragraph first after reading the question, do not read the option. Read the whole paragraph and then start finding the answer, right? What is the use of it? The use of it is the person is talking about the viewpoints, which person says what and who is against and who is favor. So in this scenario, which person is in favor or which person is against, I have to jot down the names of it. I have to get a very clear gist, a very clear conclusion that okay, this is the thing which a person is demanding and this is the reason the other person is opposite to them. Definition. So सबसे पहले तो आपको उस definition करनी है. For example, some people are talking about pollution. So what is the main reason of pollution? You have to find it out pollution ka. Then a person is talking that okay, cars are the things for because of which the pollution is increasing. Other person is saying something different and saying that no, it's not the fault of cars. So this is how you have to read, right? Get a gist of it and underline the proper lines. Okay, so you don't have any option of underlining the questions, underlining the lines, but okay, you can just read it and get a gist in your mind. After that, read the question and then find the answer, right? So जैसे जैसे आप read करते जाते हो, make sure कि आप full concentration से with full uh, understanding you are reading the paragraph and then you are finding the answer, right? Another thing which is really important in this is you have to be very clear in terms of synonym and in terms of the forms of verb. कहाँ पे ing word, कहाँ पे ing word आ रहा है, कहाँ पे ed आ रहा है, you have to find out that as well, and the synonyms. What is a synonym of what? So if अभी हम लोगों ने read किया acquaintances, if instead of acquaintances the person is using contacts, so they are synonym, right? So how you will going to understand this synonym? Any idea? Yes, you can read the synonyms, but the main point is that read according to the sentence. So English is a vast language. Usually told this to all my students. English is a very vast language. You cannot learn each and every word, right? So what you need to do is try to understand the meaning of a word with the help of sentences. What is the meaning of sentence? अब sentence पढ़ के हमें ये तो पता चल ही जाता है कि positive में जा रहा है कि negative में जा रहा है. And according to that sentence, we are able to understand what is the meaning, what could be the meaning of that word, right? So you have to read it accordingly. Make your own opinion as well, because there are some points in which the person is asking that what is the opinion, what a person can opine about it. So you can answer in that scenario as well. And whenever they are asking what is the opinion of the author, so usually the author opinion is accompanied by the personal pronoun, that is I, we, in which the first person is included, or in the last paragraph. So whenever this has been asked to you, kindly kindly keep these two things in your mind. I hope I'm clear in this. Now, this is how the paragraph looks like. Not like this in the on the next paragraph on the next slide, task 4. So again, on the right hand side, a paragraph is given. On the left hand side, the paragraph is given, and on the right hand side, the question is given to you. So second question say UTUC is, what is UTUC? So you have to read it, and then clinical trials are, what are the clinical trials? Now, if I see the very next slide where it is say task 4 continued. So this is the next, these are the next questions. Like in the first 3 paragraphs, what I did was मैंने पैराग्राफ्स को रीड किया, मैंने साथ साथ में आंसर किए, but in the second paragraph, do you remember where they were asking about the relationships? In that scenario, I haven't read the paragraph. That comes with the understanding of the paragraph. Similarly, the multiple choice questions, you have to read it, you have to find the answer of it while reading the paragraph, right? But in this type of question, you have to just understand the paragraph, whatever is concluded in your mind, whatever you have jotted down or the gist you have followed. According to that only, you have to find the answer of these 5 or 6 questions, right? From 6 to 10, उस understanding में से आपको answers देने हैं. So what we need is totally different हो रहा है task 4 का, like paragraph first पढ़ना है, we are not supposed to read the options and all sort of things. So paragraph 4 is full your homework, which you guys need to do, and you have to comment all the answers in the question in the comment box. And if you have any doubt, you can ask any question regarding CELPIP. Okay. Now, moving towards the next slide, that is, yes, perfect practice is a key to score 12 in CELPIP. So guys, CELPIP is not as difficult as you guys are thinking. कि computer based exam है, options है, Canadian language है, नहीं होगा. No. So you have to do a perfect practice, because not only practice makes you perfect, that is perfect practice. अगर आप practice करते जा रहे हो, अपनी mistakes को repeat करते जा रहे हो, so that will not going to help you to enhance your scores. But if you are just doing practice and you are focusing on your mistake, after that you are not repeating the question, repeating the mistake, that is actually a good improvement in you, right? So I hope you are able to understand. You need to read the books, you need to read the synonyms, you need to understand the meaning of the word according to the sentence, and you have to do a lot of practice, right? Although we have precise material of CELPIP, but obviously that is enough to get good score in 12, good score in CELPIP, that is score 12, right? So thank you so much everyone for listening to all the live session. I hope you guys are understood whatever the points are, and I am able to answer all the question. I hope so. Now, I really want you all to answer all the questions in the comment box, and I will share the answer key with you all. And if you have any doubt or anything you guys need to ask, you are free to ask. Thank you so much.